Hey, Tanner James, DJ TJ. I'm here on the Peak Period podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it that there are people out there that want to listen to what I have to say about DJing and the DJ business and the DJ industry, and that there are actually other DJs out there that do want to grow and that do want to take it up a notch and take your business and yourself as a DJ to the next level. That's awesome. So thank you for tuning in. Today, we are talking all about business and kind of the business etiquette and some business things that you'll learn over the years of DJing. And some of these things, if you apply them now, it'll definitely help you think better, longer, quicker, right? You'll think like this, which is the correct way to think, quicker. And there are some things that may not apply to you right now, but if you can try and implement them a little bit right now, that'll definitely help you in the future. And so just kicking it off, one of those things is small purchases. When you make small purchases, let's say that purchase is $50, okay? That's a relatively small purchase in the big scheme of things. Now, I've been in the situation where $50 is like everything, right? That's a ton of money. But as you start growing, it changes. So let's say you have a $50 purchase and you make $1,000 all year long. Okay, that $50 purchase is a lot of money, right? That's a big chunk of change. It's 5% of your income. But if you change that to a $50 purchase when you make $50,000, okay, now it's way, 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 way different, right? So what I've learned over the years that I've been doing this is the smaller purchases later are not that important. So you're stressing about getting the DMX cabling that's $30, or maybe some safety cables, right? Some safety cables or clamps for your lighting that are $30. And you're like, okay, that's kind of a lot of money, right? The thing is, you're thinking really small and you're thinking just that $30. You're thinking just about that. What's this $30 going to do? Think about two other things. Okay, the first thing is, will it save you money, right? Can those safety clamps, safety cables help save you money? Well, if that light falls and it hits somebody, it's definitely going to save you from, you buy that those $30 cables, that's going to save you a lot more money than having it fall on somebody and getting sued and spending $30,000 on a lawsuit. So think about it first like that. And second, how can those safety cables make you money? Now, you may say it's not going to make me money, right? Oh no, TJ, that's not going to happen. I can't make money off of these safety cables. You may not be able to, but I can. And this is how, when I go in and I'm doing a sales pitch to anybody, it doesn't matter who I'm going to, I need to find out what they're worried about first. What are their fears? And then go in and pitch that part of it. So let me explain. Let's say I'm doing a school dance. Let's say I go in for a school meeting and they're just worried just because the last DJ was just kind of flaky, just not on it. Maybe he had lights, but they were just kind of worried about it. Maybe his equipment was kind of old and that was kind of rink-a-dink, and they were just people, the administration was just worried about the whole entire thing. They just felt kind of sketchy. Okay, what I'm going to do is, in that situation, I'm going to talk about how all my gear was bought within the last, whatever it was. Don't lie, but it was bought within the last 3 years. Okay, all of this gear that I have was bought in the last 24 months, the last 36 months. Okay, this stuff is new. What does that mean? It's stronger, it's better, it's it's not going to break as easily as the old stuff, right? Okay, so that's the first part. I'm showing them that I have the nicer equipment. But what I'm also showing is that the older equipment isn't as sturdy, isn't as strong, isn't as good, right? So a lighting stand that was made 30 years ago is not the same as it is made right now, right? Okay, so that's the first part. The second part is I'm going to say, and even since we have the newer, the nicer equipment, I use safety cables to ensure that, let's say a light happened to fall, it wouldn't hurt somebody. It wouldn't fall and hit somebody because it's going to be protected by this extra safety cable that won't let it fall. Okay, what did I just do to that administration, those prospects? I completely put them at ease. I completely said, hey, look, this is what's going on. I'm looking and finding what their pain point is, right? Their pain point is this DJ brought in old equipment and they may not rationalize, they may not figure it out, but what they're worried about is not that the lighting is old, but that it could break and it could hurt somebody. And that's not what they want, right? They want to make sure that that's not going to happen. Well, I'm going to walk in, I'm going to look at it from what are they really going to, right? What's the why? What's the why behind it, right? There's complete books out there dedicated to the why. And that why is they don't want people getting hurt. What is the school's biggest concern? They have like pick 3 big concerns. What are they? They want clean music. They want the kids to enjoy it, and they don't want anybody getting hurt. Okay, those are their 3 main things, okay? They want the clean music. They don't want teachers being upset. If they do this, then they get in trouble, and they don't want that. Okay, they want clean music, number 1. Number 2, they want to make sure that it's fun for the kids, right? They want to make sure that the kids end up coming back in the future. They don't want an event that isn't fun. So they want to make sure that the speakers are loud. They want to make sure that the lighting is cool, that it feels like a concert. You know, I go into these schools and I'm pitching this whole concert grade sound system and this rave-like lighting, and that is what they want. I've had one teacher out of every single of my schools that I've hit say you shouldn't do that. Like, okay, I don't want you then. You're not the teacher that I want to use, because I want the teachers that do want the younger crowd happy. And, you know, I hate to say it, but raving's pretty popular right now. So if they can pull some of that into the school, perfect. That's exactly what they want. They want to keep the kids happy. And they want to make sure that nobody gets hurt, right? Because you can do this huge setup and they can save a ton of money, but if a light falls on the kid, okay, the school's getting sued, I'm getting sued, that teacher's getting sued, the vice principal's getting sued, the principal's getting sued, the superintendent's getting sued, the district is getting sued. You don't want that, okay? So they want to make sure that everything's just gonna go smoothly. You know, they don't want anybody falling, they don't want anybody getting hurt, they don't want anybody tripping over wires. So you need to analyze this when you walk into the room and say, what are their main pain points? And those are the 3 main ones for schools. But I just did an event, and it was for a contractor, okay? And the contractor was kind of rude to me, just straight up. He was the one booking me. He was the owner of the company. It was a corporate event, and he was just gruff. And I thought it was because he was a contractor. You know, he's doing, I don't want to say manual labor, but kind of doing that manual labor kind of stuff. He was very successful, but I was kind of just like, man, like, dude, this guy's rough. And so this is what I did. I looked at it and said, why is he rough to me? Why is he doing this to me? Why is he, it wasn't bad, but it was just a few things. Like, I knew that he wasn't, in the best of moods when he dealt with me, and I wanted to know why. Okay, well, once I talked to him for probably 5-10 minutes, I figured out what it was. And it was that he had a horrible experience with the DJ in the past, and that DJ did a few things pretty bad. First, he came extremely late. The event was, I think, at 6, okay? So now, for most of us DJs, we like to have at least an hour of setup time. I do. I like to have at least 1 hour. That means I'll get there at 5 o'clock, bring everything in. I'll have everything in the venue within 15 minutes, you know, and then I can start setting stuff up. I'll be done in half an hour max, and now I'm good to go. I'm 15 minutes early, perfectly good, right? For a smaller setup. Bigger setups, of course, it takes longer, but for a general medium-sized event, that's pretty good. And he said that the DJ got there an hour late, so the DJ got there at 7 o'clock and then started setting up. So that, you know, that DJ's not ready until 7:30. Okay, this guy did not like that. He did not want that, and he was doing a speech, and so he didn't have a microphone, and the DJ's trying to, okay, so you can just completely see how this is going. It's just not good at all. So that's number 1. Number 2, the DJ was rude to his wife. Okay, like, come on, DJ, like, dude, come on, DJ. The DJ was rude to the owner's wife. Okay, like, come on. Of all people you're going to be rude to that night, you had to choose the owner's wife. Come on. So, okay, I'm taking this in. He doesn't like DJs because, 1, he had a bad experience with them. They were late. Number 2, he was rude to his wife. Okay. Number 3, the third reason I found out was because he, like, would play songs that were bad, like that the crowd just didn't like. You know those songs, right? Like, you just play the song and it just didn't go over as well as you thought it would. Well, he would play that song for 4 minutes long. He would play out the whole entire song. But then he'd find a song that worked, right? And that just the crowd loved. And he would mix out of it in like a minute and a half. And the guy was like, why are you doing that? Like, don't do that. Don't If we like a song, let it play out. And if we don't like a song, mix it out quickly, right? And so I think to most DJs, that's pretty obvious. But I guess this other DJ, it wasn't. And I don't know who the DJ is. And I don't know what price point. I have absolutely no clue. So I can't comment on that, but that is just wrong. So that's kind of one of those things. So when I went in and I analyzed this, right, 5-10 minutes, the first 5-10 minutes of talking to him, I figured all this stuff out just by asking, hey, okay, why are you looking for a new DJ? Right? Why are you looking for a DJ? Is it because the old DJ was booked? Is it because you are just wanting to look around? What is it? Why are you looking for a DJ? Right? Because if they were happy, this wouldn't be happening, right? So, and maybe they were extremely happy with their DJ. Maybe that DJ was bomb. They loved him. They had a great time, but he was booked this year. They reach out in October and the DJ was already booked on that day. So then I want to know, okay, who was the DJ first of all? Because I want to know what kind of style he is. What's he looking at? What setup is he bringing to kind of match it, right? And if they're like, yeah, he was good, but this was bad, perfect. Okay, you from there on, it's pretty easy to change stuff up. So that's kind of that whole thing. Look at what their pain points are, find out what their pain points are, and then go and run with it and push what you have. So back to the safety cables. The schools are worried about stuff falling. I'm gonna pick it and I'm gonna run with it. So you may say, oh, Tanner, TJ, I can't make money with this. Well, that's what you say, but can you really not make money with it? Or are you just not thinking of it like that? Is it because you just give a price? You just say, oh, when's your event? Oh, it's the 22nd. Oh, how many hours? 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours times $75 is $225. That's going to be my quote. Is it because you're doing that? Or is it because you're not selling your services properly and that you're not going in depth and finding their pain points and then building on to what you have? Maybe I go into a school and they said, yeah, our DJ was great. He was good. He had good, the equipment was all good, but a speaker fell and it actually almost hit somebody. And so we're like, we can't deal with that because that's the second time it's happened. The first time we thought it was just an accident, it's happening again. Okay, now what do? I go in saying, look, I have all metal clamps. Okay. They have, or, whatever you have, don't lie, but I have blank clamps. They have weight capacities of, 10 times what the light's going to weigh, right? So if that means that light is 5 pounds, this clamp can hold 250 pounds, right? You have 50 times the weight max. Okay, whatever it is, you have to figure that out. And then I use these safety cables that have a 700 pound max that make sure that, let's say that clamp does break, which it's never happened to me before, but if it does, it's backed up. That is how you sell yourself. That is how you build value. You need to find out what they are worried about and build value in there. And this, quite frankly, is I'm going to do a shameless plug right now. That's what DJ TJ training is all about. I tell you everything and how do you go in and find those pain points and how do you go in and go in depth and how do you actually build value in your services? How do you do this? That's what DJ TJ training is all about. So if you want to get more info on that, djtjtraining.com. But, use everything that you can and sell it to your services, right? Because that'll help you sell your services. And that's one of the really important things. But back to the cables, that's a small purchase. A $30 purchase is a small purchase. And if you're worried about spending $30, you have a much bigger problem than just that $30. If you're worried about spending $50 on X or, doing this or that, you have a much bigger problem than just that $50. You're thinking in $50 instead of how can I go bigger, right? So, and we all fall into this trap of thinking small, right? Because we're born with it. We're born with this, hey, turn off the lights, save energy, save that water, save, X, Y, and Z. And I'm not saying that's not important, but I'm saying if you're doing that because you're trying to save money, that's the wrong mindset. Okay, that's the wrong mindset. If you are doing that, if you are not buying polo shirts because you think it's too expensive, wrong mindset. Trust me, I did that for way too long. I did not have custom polo shirts for way too long. And And once I just made the decision, it makes you look so much more professional. Now I can walk into any single school or any kind of meeting, any kind of corporate meeting, any big event, any big meeting, any even of the more casual events where I do just wear a polo shirt. I can come in and I look so professional. I blow everybody out of the water, all the other DJs who don't have it. So look, stop thinking small. I have one of those Apple Watches, and I get colored bands for everything. So I have like a white one, I have a black one, I have a gray one, I have a green and gray one for my videos, for my DJ TJ training videos, because that's the color of DJ TJ training logo. And I have a ton of them. I want to get a couple more. I want to get a blue one for when I go into these schools so that I can stand out, right? Because that's all of that. I go into that in DJ TJ training too. But these things are, I don't even know how much they are each, but I'm not worried about that purchase, because that purchase will help me more than that money sitting in my bank account. Okay. So if it's a $40 purchase, let's say, that will help me more. That will help me stand out when I go into a meeting. That will help me differentiate myself than from anybody else in the meeting, from any other of the DJs that come in, that $40 will help me. And maybe that $40 won't get me the event, but that plus the $30 cables, plus the whatever it is, plus, every single other piece will help you. And, I'm a huge believer in reading and learning, and knowledge is power, and pushing yourself to always continue learning. I did it for a while and then I stopped. I did it for a few months. I was listening to audiobooks a lot and then I stopped. And, it's when you stop that everything goes downhill. So you can't stop. Don't stop. I've read this year, right? Because we're coming in at the year end right now. I read over 45 books, I think right now. I'm around 45 this year. Okay. Next year I'm going to try and get at least one book a week, at least 52 books next year. I may try and do 60 or 75, but look, knowledge is power. You got to read. You got to read, and you got to listen. Listen to your audiobooks. That's what I do. I'm on a Audible subscription, and I read a ton of books. And the one big thing that I used to think is, I don't like reading, so I'm not gonna read. It's not about you. Reading is not about you. Sacrificing is not about you. Look, so what if you don't care to read? Okay, it's not about you, right? It's about your family. It's about can this help you become a better human being? And I believe it can. So, that's really important. I don't think about stuff as like it's me. I think about it as, can I sacrifice to get something bigger, right? Can I sacrifice right now and get something bigger? Can I, even though I hate reading, can I read and take one little thing out of this little book, and can that help me book another big school? That's how I think of learning and knowledge and reading, right? So I don't complain about paying for a $30 book, because I want that book to give me one tip. All I want is one tip that will bring me $5,000. That's it. Just one tip, right? I mean, that's a pretty good return. $30 plus, we'll say 10 hours, which is kind of a long time. That's probably how long it takes me to read a book. There are a lot of readers, and there are a lot of faster readers than me. But, 10 hours of your time plus $30. What can that get you? What can that get you next year? In 2018, right? Because I'm recording this in the end of 2017. In 2018, what can that one book get you? And I'm going to tell you from personal experience, it can be an extreme amount of money. So when, when I go online, right, my time is important to me because I have a lot of stuff to do. I need to make sure that I'm managing my time very, very, very well. When I go online and I go on to Amazon to buy a book, okay, this is the thing. The book is $20. Let's just say I can find that book for $12 online, right? Maybe $8. Maybe I can find it online for $8. I can use a coupon code. I can go and get a used book. I can do, whatever it may be. But here's the thing. I need to move on to my next thing. I have way too much to do. I'm not going to focus on trying to find that book a little bit cheaper just to save, however much, $5, right? It's not worth it. I want that book. I know it's a good book. I'm going to go on Amazon. I'm going to buy that book. I'm going to get it, right? Good to go. And maybe that's more extreme. Maybe that is, I think most books are around 12 right now on Amazon. You go on Amazon, you can buy a book for $12, or you can get it, $3 off used. Like, come on, you're thinking small. It's $3. That $3 is not gonna change your life, and you do not have a $3 problem. You have a much bigger problem. So don't worry about that $3. Think about, what can that $12 make you in 2018? What can that make you this month? What can that make you this week? Because that is how I think about investing and my investments in myself, in my business. Look, you need to invest in yourself, right? I have 3 books right here, right next to me right now that I'm reading. I listen to a ton of audiobooks. You need to invest in yourself. Okay, so, again, that's a small cost, right? I've spent $600 on books this year. In 2017, I spent $600. Look, that's so worth it. And so that's why I put together DJ training. I want to help you. I want to do this for you. I want to help you grow. So with that, look, that's one of the main points, is when you start growing, you stop worrying about smaller things. You stop worrying about this small cost, right? So if you can take that idea and use it to you right now, it will help you. So stop. I don't know what it is for you. Maybe you're trying to find used gear online to save 10%. Maybe you're trying to do whatever it may be. Here's the thing with used gear, in my opinion. I'll just go off on a little tangent right now. The issue with used gear for me is that when you're buying used, you risk it not working well. You risk it being faulty. You risk it not being exactly what you want. So what if you buy this light off? Maybe it's $250 and you buy it on eBay. It's used, or Craigslist, whatever it may be. You apply it to your situation, and you buy it for $175. Okay, you save $75. And that's pretty decent, right? That's pretty good. That's you're paying 70% of the original value, maybe a little bit less, whatever it may be. Okay, you figure that out. Is it worth it to you to buy that gear used? Now, here's the thing. It may very well be worth it to you, right? You may be like, yeah, that's yeah, TJ, come on, that's a good deal. And I would agree that's a good deal. But the issue is, look at it from your client's perspective. You come into a meeting and you say, I want to charge you X amount. Let's say you're charging $1,500 for your DJ services, okay? And you're like, look, I provide the most premium speakers. I provide, they're great. You have this wireless microphone. It's really nice, X, Y, and Z, right? You have it all. But then you're buying used gear and you're trying to cut corners. And you're not buying the $30 cables because you're trying to cut corners and save a little bit of money here. And yeah, you don't really need the cables, which, okay, you may not need them. But you shouldn't then be claiming yourself as a high-end, wedding DJ, right? So that's the thing that I want to stress to you guys and gals listening to this, is that don't talk about how great your services are, how premium your services are, but then you don't even buy the gear and then you stress over every single little thing. Look, how will people pay you for your services? How will they pay a premium price for you and your services if you don't even invest in yourself? If you don't invest into your own business, right? Look, I had this issue for way too long. I'm going around telling people I'm a premium DJ service. I offer a premium DJ entertainment service, and you have to book with me, and I charge a high amount because of X, Y, and Z. But then I wasn't even investing in my own business. I had not equipment that was badly broken, but I had tripods that didn't look the best. They were banged up. I had lighting that was banged up. I had lighting that was a little bit older that I should have upgraded. I had, cables that were cheaper. I had, you name it. Maybe your situation is a little bit different around the same kind of concept though. You're going around telling people you're a premium service. You charge a lot of money for your services because you're a premium service, and then you won't even invest in yourself and change something small. Look, don't think like that. That is the wrong thought process. Again, you're thinking small. You're thinking in the mindset of, I need to stay small. Look, you will never save your way to a successful business. Ever, 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 ever. Look at any business out there. Any business. Any successful, thriving, growing business. They didn't get there by saving money. Any business, you name it, okay? Amazon, huge business. They did not save money. They were not cutting corners, and they were not worrying about $3 purchases. Okay. Facebook, Google. What are the other big ones? Target, Subway. Any kind of big fast food chains, Best Buy, Costco. They're not getting where they are by cutting corners. And if they are cutting corners, they're gonna get they're slowly losing. They are slowly losing. I like Chanel cologne. That's like my one nice thing that I like to buy. It does not go on sale anywhere at all for any reason under any circumstances. There are like stores like Macy's, right, that you can buy this Chanel cologne at. They will have, coupons for 15% off, 10% off, whatever it is, for everything except for Chanel cologne and, the other, whatever else they have on there. That's one of the exceptions. There is like it is crazy, but there is no, you cannot get a discount on it. They never have sales. They never have, Black Friday sales. They never have, coupons. They never have buy one, get one free. They never have anything like that. They don't have a loyalty program. They don't. And it's ingenious because they can do it. Now, you as a small DJ, you have to really change a lot, and you have to really change your mindset to get like that, but it's possible. But look at what they've done. I mean, they are a successful, thriving business. And they are not taking shortcuts. They're saying, no, you either pay full price for this cologne or you don't get it. And that's crazy. Look, they did not get there by cutting corners. They did not get there by trying to save money. They got there by investing in themselves, investing in their product, making sure they have a good product, making sure that they are doing the right thing. And that is how they get there. Look, if you want to grow your business, you will not do it by saving money. Now, saving money to then invest money later? Yes. Right? Maybe you make $2,000 a month as a DJ profit, and you take that money and you save it for 3 months so that you have $6,000 to invest in new speakers that will help you sell better and help you get more money, or that $6,000 that will help you do whatever it may be, and you make an investment. Now that's a different situation, because you're saving to invest. But don't just save money just to have money saved, because it's not doing anything for you. Look, ROI, return on investment, extremely important. I did a video on it on YouTube, and it goes over, the return. And, maybe it's blacklights. Maybe you invest in some blacklights for, maybe Sweet 16s, maybe school dances, whatever it may be. Maybe you want to invest in a monogram projector. Well, that's $400 minimum. So how are you going to get there? You need to save money, right? How are you going to do that? You need to make money. So make the money, you bring the money in, you save the money, and then you're going to invest it in an opportunity that will help you make more money, make a return on the investment, make a return on the original investment, so that you can make more money in the long haul. In the end, you need to make more money. And don't just save money. Don't just get by. You can make more money. And I thought like that for a long time. I thought, oh, there's no way I can make more money. I guess I'm just going to have to tap out here. I'll just keep doing this every single year. And that's exactly when I started stalling and going down. So don't do that. Think bigger. Think about how you can grow your business, how you can make more money, how this purchase can make you more money. How can this thing help you make more money? How can, I talk about it with the online document signing platform I use. I use HelloSign. I love it. I did a whole review on there too. Very, very, very nice service. But it's an online document signing platform. How is that going to make me money? Well, it makes it easier on my clients, right? And so I may not say straight up, like, I don't use it as a selling point, but what I'll do is when I'm talking to them, I say, okay, if you would like to book, I use an online document signing platform. It's so easy for you to sign the contract. What's going to happen is I'm just going to send it over to you, and then you're going to go on there, you're just going to type your name in, and then you're going to electronically, digitally sign the contract, send it back over, and you're good to go. What am I doing? I'm saying that I'm with it. I want to make it easier on them. And by telling them how easy it's going to be on them, I'm basically showing them how it's going to be working with me and my business, using me and my services. It's going to be so much easier for you and your life. It's going to make it your life easier if you use my services, because I do this one little thing, but really that's going to transfer over into every other thing during the process of working with me that you need to do this. Look. Invest in yourself, invest in your business, invest in your services so that your clients will actually invest in you. Next week is going to be an awesome podcast. I can't wait for it. Make sure you check it out. Again, my name's Tanner James, DJ TJ. I do have a whole training platform for DJs, djtjtraining.com. You can check it out. You can jump on. It's a great investment. I've really made the whole entire thing in my mind thinking what would be of a good value for me, 6 months ago, me, however long ago. What would I be happy with getting and paying this amount of money, right? It's an investment and it will cost money, but I guarantee you you'll make that money back. You will make that money back. So again, that's djtjtraining.com. I have a ton of other stuff on there. I have a few free ebooks on there. I have YouTube. I have a ton of stuff. I have a lot of gig logs on YouTube, and I have a ton of training videos. I have like over 100 videos for DJs on how to grow your business, some tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. So make sure you go check that out. It's Tanner James on YouTube. And I do have a lot of gig logs on there as well. All right. So I can't wait to talk to you guys next week. So make sure you check it out. Look, if you're listening to this on iTunes, YouTube, or on what's it called? Sound Engine, which is the podcast site, or if you're listening to this on my website, thank you so much. Please subscribe if you are on YouTube or on iTunes. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help me out. It helps place me higher for other people that are trying to check it out. So thank you again for listening, and I can't wait to talk to you next week.